And you have the right to drop beliefs that no longer serve you and no longer serve the person that you want to become. You have the ability to choose. And this is also goes into the power of awareness when you realize that you have the ability to choose how you show up in the world. I know it's hard to stop and smell the roses when you're literally working or you're on the grind, but you have to remember that life is abundant. You are abundant. In this video, I'm going to help you to develop that self-image of a winner, to realize and to have a more mindful approach to your higher self, which exists in all of us. You're born a winner. You are meant to win, but not everyone sees their life in this way. Some see life as harsh or a struggle, or that every time they take 2 steps forward, they take 1 step back, without taking the time to realize the beauty that life is constantly offering us in abundance. Stella, get into it, man. As always, let's jump straight into today's video. And if you resonate with this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. After creating your higher self, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes to actualize it? Because half of you guys are not. You need to be different to get what you want, or else click off this video. First, let's evaluate your current self-image. And we're actually going to look at your income, your relationships, both romantic and non-romantic, your job, and your appearance, the things that you allow for yourself, how you present yourself, the relationships you keep, how much money you make, the job that you work is a reflection of your inner self-image of what you think you're worth. Your self-image is deeply ingrained to your subconscious that it has you on autopilot. For example, if you do an action or try to pursue something that's inconsistent with this ingrained self-image that you have of yourself, you're naturally going to, 1, feel uncomfortable, and 2, your brain is going to tell you that it's not safe deviating from who you think you are, or it's not safe trying this new thing, and it's going to bring you back to your threshold, to your self-image. That's where we have to work from there to construct what is that self-image. What do you think is possible for your life? What do you think you're able to achieve? What type of pressure do you think you're able to handle? What type of challenges do you think you're able to overcome? You are able to change your self-image. You are able to change how you see yourself and how you show up, and in turn change what happens to you and your life experiences. To do this, you have to picture your higher self. How much are they making? Where do they live? What type of people do they keep around? What type of environment are they frequently visiting? What type of relationships do they have? What type, you have to really get into detail with who your higher self is, what your higher self has, with how you live as your higher self. People might say that it's a daydream or it's a fantasy or it's this or it's that, but it's not. It's real because your imagination creates reality. I have another video on that. Your imagination is as real as anything. All creation is complete. The things you can imagine is complete. Bob Proctor used this example of Carl Benz. When he created the first horseless carriage, he was ridiculed. People were like, how are you going to make a carriage to bring you from point A to point B without a horse pulling it? Like, are you crazy? They didn't believe, they couldn't see, they didn't understand the vision, but he did. And he had to believe it was possible in order to even attempt to try to make it, try and fail different prototypes to eventually get the first horseless buggy. You see what I'm saying? You have to know, 1, that your fantasies, your daydream, your delulu, whatever is a possibility. 2, you have to be willing to face whatever comes along the way when actualizing. You're not going to actualize it scotch-free without other people questioning you. They're not going to see it first. And if they did see it first, then they would probably be on it. Are you willing to do what it takes to actualize it? Or else click off this video, because you're not going to get much farther if you don't have courage to go for what you want. It's not going to fall in your lap. If it did, yo, you see what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. So let's get back to the video. I have the video on overcoming looking cringe, overcoming the fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being seen trying. I have that video on my channel. I did my makeup so natural today. Like, when you say no, you can't do something, 99% of the time it's because you don't know how. It's not because you can't do it. Obstacles are an illusion. There's ways to get in, around, through, under, between obstacles. I almost say this in every video, but meditation helps to help you clear your mind, help you get new inspiration, new hunches, new ideas. And a lot of the things that I think that I can't overcome, or obstacles I think that I can't get through, or deadlines I think that I can't meet, when I really sit on it, reflect on it, I figure it out. You better believe I figure it out. And you can too, and you will. Now that you pictured that higher self, you know where they live, you know what they look like, how they present themselves in your conscious mind, you have it in your head. The trick is to now seep it down, deep down into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is really pulling the strings. Hey, the little A boogie hand, that is your subconscious mind. How do you get this picture of your higher self, of who you want to be, deep into your subconscious mind, so that your actions, behaviors, thoughts, beliefs reflect this person, so that you could present to the world as your higher self and attract things that your higher self wants, has, and desires? The answer is just how you learn anything else, and just how you unlearn anything else. Repetition. Say it with me, say it with me. Repetition. One more time. Repetition. Repeat it in your mind. How would this person react act? And what would this person do? How would this person think over and over every single day until it subconsciously sinks down into your mind that that is inevitably who you are. That is inevitably who you are becoming. I do have another video on visualization, specifically just how to visualize, when to visualize, how it works. I'll tag that up here too. The second best place to start is your physical appearance. Yes, your physical appearance. Take a stock on how you present to the world, how you show up, how you go outside, how, not even just how you go outside, when you're alone in your own company, how do you present? How are you showing up in private and in public? These things are an important factor of your self-image. The way you look, the way you speak, the way you walk deeply affects what you think about yourself, because what you think about yourself is what you're putting out there, what you're projecting. Let's go a little deeper inside. Your patterns of thought, the way you speak, and your beliefs all have been influenced by your upbringing, key events in your life, and your image of the future. We all have a story in our heads of who we are, what we like, or maybe what we don't like, where we come from, and where we're heading. These stories that we have of ourselves influence how you respond to life's challenges, to others, how you anticipate the future to go for you, and how you treat yourself. So let's take a look at the stories you tell yourself. Your personal story is continually changing. There's definitely new events happening, new milestones happening. So your story about yourself is not fixed. So let's realize that you have the ability to change, choose, mold, and create your self-story, and in turn, your self-image. So far, your story has been developed by your early years, relationships with your parents, your earliest memories. What was your earliest memory? Childhood traumas, the ones you talk about and the ones that you don't talk about. Your story is also developed by key events, both setbacks and accomplishments. Your first blanks. It's also called a narrative identity. These are the things that set the foundation for that. Realize that you have the ability to rewrite the parts of your story that are incongruent to where you're trying to go. And you have the right to drop beliefs that no longer serve you and no longer serve the person that you want to become. You have the ability to choose. And this is also goes into the power of awareness when you realize that you have the ability to choose how you show up in the world. You have the ability to choose your thought patterns. You have the ability, what's the word? I don't remember the word, but when random thoughts pop into your head, I'm not saying that you're choosing that, but you have the ability to choose what you focus and what you sit, the feelings that you sit in, the emotions that you sit in, what you give power to. And I do have a video on the power of awareness as well. Choose thought patterns, choose behaviors, choose beliefs that contribute to you growing towards that higher self, towards your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Hey man, like, I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. So Stella, get into it, man. If you enjoyed this video, if you resonated with this video, if you want me to continue, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.